Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Lisbon. In particular, Lisbon Oriente rail station. Today I'm crossing something off my bucket list, which has been on for way too long. It's the high-speed Pendolino train between Lisbon and Faro. And I'll be travelling first class, or also known as Conforto class. Now, on the Portuguese Railways website, they have a nice page, and this is what it says. I've got the details down on a bit of cardboard. Alpha Pendula first class passengers, that's me, receive a welcome kit received upon boarding and featuring a newspaper magazine and a set of earphones so you can enjoy the multimedia system during the ride. So far so good. Some seats have power sockets beside them, plus there's free Wi-Fi. For those who travel in Conforto class, that's me, are free to enjoy a meal at their seat. Meals are not included in the price of the ticket and can be booked as an extra before departure. I think that means that if you're travelling in standard class, you can't eat at your seat, but if you're travelling in Conforto class, you can. Also says here, holders of Alpha Pendula first class tickets, that's me, have free access to the CP lounge at Lisbon's Oriente train station. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this video is starting here. So I'm going to go in there and have a look at this lounge. However, they do have a whole page dedicated to first class travel. And there's one little line that has me worried, and it says, currently closed. Now I could do with a cup of coffee to get me up to cruising altitude. That would be very disappointing if that lounge is closed, but I guess there's only one way to find out. I love the way they've got a dozen or so of these little stands all in the main concourse area. If you go hungry here at Oriente Station, you're not trying hard enough. I still haven't found this lounge. Even if it is closed, I'd still like to find it. To be honest, I'm actually struggling a little bit here because I cannot find even a ticket office or an information point or a map of the station. I think this first class lounge is supposed to be a secret. No one's supposed to find it. Right, there's directions to the bingo hall, but nothing about a ticket office or an information office. Okay, there's been a little bit of success. I've found a waiting room, but that is not the first class lounge, and I have found a ticket office that's actually closed. So far, the first class experience isn't all that great, is it? Well guys, against all odds, I actually stumbled across the first class lounge, and guess what? It is actually closed, and it looks as if it's been closed for some time and will be for the foreseeable future. Well guys, I feel as if I've achieved something. I found the lounge, even though it wasn't much of a lounge to look at. It was more like a posh waiting room. But it does make sense. Why advertise where the lounge is if you can't get in it? Okay, it makes sense. Okay, we're heading now down to Entrecampos station. That's where the Pendolino leaves from. It then comes to here again and then on to Faro. There is a third station in Lisbon, and that is Santa Apollonia. For some reason, the Pendolino doesn't leave from there. Don't know why. Anyway, let's find this metro station. Okie dokie, this is Oriente station, absolutely magnificent. But we have to get to Entrecampos because that's where my train's leaving from. It starts there, it comes through here, then it heads on to Faro. Right, let's find the metro. I was stopped by a lady asking me in English if I knew where the information office was. And I said, funnily enough, I've been looking for one, haven't found one. She says, where's the destination board showing you all the departures and the platforms? And I thought, funnily enough, I haven't seen that anywhere either. It's quite an interesting station, this. A great place to spend a couple of hours getting nowhere fast. So imagine my disappointment when I board the train to discover there are no newspapers, no magazines, and in fact, no Wi-Fi. I should have anticipated that by relying on Readly, the sponsor of today's video, and I'll tell you why. Readly is an online subscription service which gives you access to more than 7,000 UK and international magazines and newspapers. The feature I really like about Readly is the fact that when you have internet access, you can download your favourite publications and read them later offline. This is handy when you're travelling on the Pendolino between Lisbon and Faro and discover the first-class inclusions don't actually exist. Apart from the Pendolino in Portugal, you could enjoy Readly anywhere from Paisley to Pittsburgh, Parramatta to Paikakariki. Some of the magazines I love to read through Readly are National Geographic Traveller. I've been a member of the National Geographic Society since 1997 and this stunning publication is a must-read. Also Scots Magazine. If you're from Scotland, there's no introduction needed for this great magazine. Apparently it's the oldest magazine still in publication in the world, started in 1739. And finally, Business Traveller Magazine. You can take the boy out of travel, but you can't take travel out of the boy. By using my code in the link below, you get 2 months free and you can cancel at any time. You can also have up to 5 profiles in the one account. There's absolutely no obligation, so why not give it a try? So thank you Readly for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the carnage, which is Entrecampos Station. Entrecampos is a very ugly station, very functional. It's made of stainless steel. There's nothing nice about it, but it gets the job done. It's mainly serviced by suburban trains. I had a look on the departure board. It only lists about 6 trains. It doesn't show my train to Faro yet. Yeah, I had to have a coffee and a pastry because, like I said, the first class lounge at Oriente station was closed, and from what I see, you get no free snacks or drinks on board this train. Exactly what you do get for your first class fare, I'm not quite sure. I guess we're going to find out in just over an hour.
Senhores passageiros, o comboio
Whoa! Most trains seem to be running late today. You get 3 minutes warning as to what platform number you go to, and it's not there. I think we're going to have to wing this. I went back down to the departure board to see what was going on. It's still departing, but it's departing 20 minutes late now. But at least it's still running. So that explains why it's not coming up on the board.
Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incômodos causados. O comboio Intercidades procedente de Faro e com destino a Lisbon Oriente vai dar entrada na linha número 2. Na entrada para os comboios.
Welcome to Faro. That was a journey of two halves. Up to the point when I stepped onto the train was very stressful indeed, and I wasn't enjoying that. Once I was on the train, it was okay. It was okay. I can't complain about the price. It was 19 euros, and that is definitely worth it for a configuration of 2 and 1, especially if you're a solo traveller. You're not down the back in standard class sharing with someone else. That was actually good value for money, but don't expect the bells and whistles because there were none. Just so you know, guys, I'm actually recording a behind the scenes video on this trip. The journey itself took 3 hours. The journey from Glasgow to Portugal and back, 39 hours. I had a very tight window of opportunity to do this journey. I haven't slept at the moment for 34 hours, and I don't expect to be in my bed for another 21 hours. So look out for that video when it comes, assuming I survive. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for coming along on this little journey. It kind of was an interesting one. It wasn't quite up to expectations, but it was enjoyable all the same. And I'll see you next time.